So let's talk about the criteria. So I just, okay, I usually divide these particular requirements in 3 criteria. So the first criteria is line number based, and the second one is row based, and third one is column based. Okay, so every line, so in this particular cat command, okay, so you see word count -l, it is having 2 666 lines, and each and every line has a line number. Obviously, if you want to check, you have an option cat -n. Okay, so it can show you all the lines with line numbers. Okay, at the starting you can see it is showing with line numbers, right? So based on line numbers, if you want to go, yes, that is possible. And row based, so row based is nothing but, so you already knew what is row based is, this is row based. And okay, so if you want to filter the output based on rows, yes, it is possible. Or if you want to filter the output based on columns like this, yes, it is possible. So all filtering is possible with different commands, that's all. Okay, now let's talk about, okay, so based on line number. So if you go with the line number, so we usually have 2 commands, head and tail commands. Okay, so how do you filter the output based on line numbers? So let's say I have 2 666 lines. Out of that I want to get log messages. Out of that I want to get only top 10 lines. My interest is only top 10 lines. So if I simply give head, I get the top 10 lines. If I want to have a 15 lines, so I have to use -n 15. So you have an option with head command, so which is -n. So with -n option, you can get it. Now if you, the same situation with tail command. So tail command is last lines. So at least this is the basic things, you might have known it, all these things. So tail, so it gives the last 10 lines, and if you need certain lines, so let's say I need only 5 lines, I'll give tail -n5, I get the last 5 lines. This is pretty simple. But now the requirement comes, okay, so like this, I have lines from 1000, okay, so 1 to 2666, whereas, okay, as an interviewer I can put a question like this. Okay, so if you need to get a lines from 500 to 600, okay, so you have thousand lines, doesn't matter. Okay, so we have 2 666. Out of these lines, if I would like to get the lines from 500 to 600, my interest is only 100 line, okay, 101 lines. Okay, why? Because if you subtract, oh, okay, so considering, okay, so considering the line number 500 also, so that calculation, it is 101 lines. From 501 to 600 is 100 lines. From 500 to 600 is 101 lines actually. Okay, so how do you get those lines? The question goes like this. So any answers from you? You have a lines from 1 to 2 666, whereas my area of interest is only to get the lines from, with the line number from 500 to 600. So how do you get it? Any ideas? Let me tell you. So let's say if I would like to get, okay, I'll take only 20 lines, okay, because 100 lines is very big to handle in the output screen. So I'll just take only cp/var log messages to /tmp. So cd. So word count. So you have 2688 messages, and out of these, let's say my requirement is to get from 10 to 20. Okay, so what I will do is, so head hyphen n, or if you want to see the line numbers, so cat hyphen n messages and head hyphen n 20. So now I got 20 lines, but my requirement is to get from 10 to 20, right? So I'll pass this particular output to again tail command. So tail is going to give you the last 10 lines, but you are getting from 11 actually, but my interest is to get from 10. Okay, so I'll use hyphen 11. Okay, now you got the lines from 10 to 20. So this is how you filter the output based on line numbers. So I'll show you another command also to get the, okay, so filter the output based on line numbers, but I'll talk at later. That is SED command. But as of now, you have head command and tail command, and by combining those two commands, you can get the range of line numbers in a file. Okay, so the questions will be in interviews are very simple. Okay, you really need to understand how do you approach it. That's all. Okay, so most of the people, I myself personally doesn't expect an answer from you. Okay, so we always usually see how your approach is. Okay, whenever you have a situation, how you handle it, that's really important. Everyone doesn't know everything. Okay, so just we need some approach. At least you have a situation, at least you will be in a position to handle that particular situation. Now, so the next command we have is, okay, so based on row based, okay, so based on row based is Uday, if that is a directory, that is not possible. Okay, so if you are using tail hyphen f, that's a different requirement. Okay, so you are following a file. If you want to see what all the updates happening to a particular file, you can follow that particular file by using tail hyphen f. So as I might have already told you in the starting of the classes, okay, so I'm not going to talk about any of the commands, but yet I'm talking about some commands which helps you in scripting, but I'm not going to talk about each and every option for each and every command, because this is not Unix commands class. This is shell scripting class. Okay, so I'm not going to talk about each and every option. So if you have any questions about any command, you always refer with man command, and there it was clearly explained, right? So hyphen f option is to follow, and if you want like to see any file which is growing, means new content is getting added continuously. If you would like to see it live, okay, what all getting added, we go with tail hyphen f option. Okay, but tail hyphen f option we never use it in scripting. Okay, so that's the reason I didn't touch that option. Yeah, no problem. Now the next one we have is, okay, grep command. Okay, so grep command, how do you filter the output? So with grep command, you filter the output in a criteria which is row based. Okay, so how do you filter the output in row based criteria is, the basic command you have is grep command, and with grep command, how do you approach to filter the output is by searching a word and getting those lines. By searching a word and getting those lines. So how you go with row based? One criteria we already seen, that is line numbers. The another criteria should be searching a word and getting only those lines. So I'll go with a file called as etc password. Okay, I hope you are familiar with this particular file. So etc password is the file which has the list of users, which are the list of local users in that particular system. Okay, so this this terminology is important, which are local users, okay, in that particular system. So let me copy or I'll take only top 10 lines of that particular file, etc password, and I'm going to put it in /tmp/password. Okay, so let me go to cd/tmp. So you have a file called as password file. It has only top 10 lines. See, all these syntaxes we already talked about. So we know head command, and with head command we have a file, we'll get top 10 lines, and I'm redirecting the output to a file. So by using output redirector, all these things we already knew that. Okay, now so here I have 10 lines. So on these 10 lines, so let's filter the output. Now the basic syntax of grep command is so grep and whatever the word you want to search and whatever the file you are searching. That is a simple syntax. Okay, so we don't have a file here, but at least grep the word you would like to search and the file you would like to search in, basically. Okay, now so if you give grep root from password, so we are in a temp directory. I'm not using etc password. I'm using only a password file which I just created now. So grep root from password, I'm getting only 2 lines, but in total how many lines you have? You have only 10 lines. Okay, out of that how many lines you are getting? You are getting only 2 lines. Okay, now this is simple. Okay, so grep root from that particular file. Now with the grep command, okay, so grep is the most beautiful utility available in Linux and Unix operating systems, which makes your job really easy. Okay, now if I would like to search multiple words, you don't have this particular concept in Windows. Okay, so you take Notepad or you take whatever the software you have in Windows operating system, they can search only a single word at a time. You cannot search multiple words with a single operation. It's not at all possible, right? So now you can do that with grep command. Okay, so you're searching a single word from a single file. I'm going to search multiple words from multiple files or a single file. Okay, so let's talk about single files but multiple words. So how can I go is -e root -e stands for that is the first word, and another word -e. Let's say I want to search for ADM and the file is password. So here you can see you're getting the lines wherever you have root, and you're getting the lines wherever you have ADM also. You can clearly see that those are highlighted even. Okay, say normal grep command will not directly, it will not highlight you these syntaxes. Okay, so but I alias this particular grep. So if I use type grep, so grep is actually alias to color option. So that is the reason as the word root found, you are getting those highlighted color wherever the root is found. So if I directly use bin grep, okay, without any alias, and if I use like this, I'll not get any colors. Okay, so if I would like to get any color, so what all I can do is -color. That to use that particular option, and also you have something called as equal to auto. So what are the auto colors you have? Okay, now there is another way of getting multiple multiple words. There is another way of searching multiple words. So how do you search is by using capital E also. Okay, so capital E is nothing but we call it as extended grep. So here I want searching for root and the other word is ADM. So the two different words are delimiting with pipe character, and the file is password. You get the same thing, obviously. You get the same thing. Now let's say my file is having thousands of lines. Let's say I have 2 lakhs records, okay, in a file. So assume I have a 1 million records, 10 million records. Okay, so with those many number of lines, your number of words searching also might increase. Where number of words searching might also get increase. Okay, so let's say I want to search 100 words from 1 million lines. Okay, that is 10 lakh lines. So that is going to be a little huge actually. Okay, so I cannot go and put like this. Okay, so I cannot go and put word 1, word 2, word 3, word 4, word 5. I cannot put 100 things. Okay, let's say I put 100. So tomorrow my requirement became 200, 300, 400. My grep command is not going to work. Our grep command, or especially -e option, does not work if these characters crosses more than 256. Your grep command is not going to work in this situation. So still I can handle that particular situation with grep command by using different options. So my approach has to be a different way. So straightforward way, it's not gonna work. Okay, so you have another option which is -small f. What is small f is nothing but, so I'm going to put all these all the words whatever I want to search in a file called as some file. Okay, I'm going to put root and adm. So these are the two words I want to search with grep command. So I'll use grep -f. There is no mandatory thing to okay, there is no mandatory thing that this file needs to be ended with .grep. No, I'm just giving for you to understand, that's all. So search.grep and the file is password file. So you get the same thing obviously. You get the same thing. So you have multiple options with grep command. Okay, so we're going to talk about few more options which are available in grep command now. So till now you're searching a single word from a single file, multiple words from single file. If your requirement is to search a single word from multiple files or multiple words from multiple files, so how do you do that? So grep root from, okay, so let's say I'm giving etc password and also I'm giving etc group. So I'm taking two files. So here you're having root word in these two files. Okay, so in etc password this is one entry and etc password this is another entry, and etc group this is the entry. So you are getting file name colon output, file name colon output, file name colon output, right? So if your requirement is to get only output, okay, so I'll go with small h. If my requirement is to get only output, doesn't need what all the files are there. Okay, I'll go this way. Okay, or let's say if you want only the list of files which have that particular word, use -l. So let's take another file, etc host actually. So host doesn't have a word called as root. Okay, if I would like, if my requirement is to get the list of files which is having a word root, it's pretty simple now. I'll use an option -l because I don't bother about the output. My requirement is to get the list of files which is having a word root. Okay, so like this, okay, you handle multiple files in grep command. So we have seen grepping a single word from multiple files, and also you can give multiple words. We already seen how do you give multiple words. You use -small e or capital E or small f. So either of the way, either one of the way, you go and use that option to give multi-line output, multiple words to search in multiple files. Okay, now so I'm giving grep root from password. Okay, I'm getting two lines. I don't want to get the output. I just want to see how many lines are actually there. I'll simply go with -c. Okay, so most of the people might be using word count -l. So why do you use another command? So grep has an inbuilt option, so you simply use that particular option. Why? Because here you are using two commands. Okay, so two process IDs gets created in the backend in the system. Okay, so you are at least using 0.000 some x resources, and there is at least the same thing 0.00 some x delay in running the command. Why do you want to make it? So if 10 0.01s become 0.1 and 10 0.1s become 1. Okay, so there is a 1 second delay, okay, as you go with more number of commands. Okay, so there comes the performance issues. Okay, whenever you are writing a large scale script, performance matters. Okay, so you need to keep those things in mind. Okay, so the best script should be considered as number of less commands you have used to do the same requirement. If a person is doing 20 commands to do the same thing, same job, and whereas another person is doing only with let's say 14 commands, I would prefer 14 command script rather than using 20 command script, because the requirement is same and his script is better logical script, I can say. Okay, if you are from a mathematical background, okay, at least you would have come with a mathematical subject called as trigonometry. Okay, so what trigonometry tells you is logical. Okay, so logics only teaches in trigonometry. So same problem will have multiple solutions, right? So you need to go and apply the same kind of thing. So better logics. Okay, always need to go and find the better logic. Use less number of commands as much as possible. Now, and you have a lot of options with grep command. Let me see in man page. -ef, so yeah, -v, -i. Let me do this. Let me create a file. So something, okay, I'm just using here. Now, combinations of ABC I have used, nothing big deal. So cat patterns, okay, so you have so many things. And if you give cat -n patterns, you'll see how many lines are also there. So total 7 lines are there. Now grep ABC from patterns, what's going to happen? You're getting only 2 lines. What happened to the remaining lines? So remaining lines is also having a word ABC. Okay, so why you are not getting that particular lines? Why? Because grep command by default goes with case sensitivity. Okay, it goes with case sensitivity. Now, if you would like to enable case insensitivity, you go with -i option. You go with -i option. Now, another situation. Now, I would like to get, okay, so only the lines which is having ABC, or lines having an exact word ABC. So you know English is a kind of language where you'll find word in a word. Where you find word in a word. Okay. So you take aeroplane and you have plane. So you have plane in aeroplane, right? So you have two words mixed. So if you would like to get exact words, I would use -w option. And if I would like to enable case insensitivity, I use -i option. Okay, and another option also you have, so which is -x option. So what is -x is nothing but if you would like to have a word, or if you would like to have a line having that particular word, whatever you are searching, means the complete line should have only one word, whatever you are searching. So I'll go with -x option. So you might not see much difference here, but yes. Or if I change the patterns like this, now you see the difference. So if I use -w and -i, so you are going to get all these things. Okay, but if I go with -x option, you'll get only these two things. Why? Because I'm having ABC in this complete line. Yes, that is what I'm searching. I want to have ABC in that particular line. I should not have any other space also should be there in that particular line. So that particular exact word, whatever I'm searching, that word should be there. That's all. Okay, so in that case I use -x option. And so you can use a -y option also in case of -i. Okay, so both are same. And -count we just seen, -small l we have seen, and -q, -s not required, that's fine. -h we have seen. Yeah, -ab options finally. Okay, so let's say grep root from password /tmp password, and after searching the word root, my requirement is to get the next line. So I'll go with -a1. So the operator is the last line, it doesn't have a next line, so that's the reason you didn't got it. Okay, so if you would like to have a before line, so I'll use b1. So I'll go with before line. Okay, so that is how use grep command to filter the output on the output screen in row-based criteria. Okay, so and also you have another command, so which we usually use word count. So word count /tmp password. Oh no -l option, sorry. So if you simply give word count and tmp password, so it tells you, okay, so there are 10 lines and 10 words and 385 characters. Okay, so if you use space wc, so you can see, okay, so it considers it gives number of lines, number of words, and number of characters in that particular file. Yeah, number of lines, number of words, and number of characters in that particular file. Okay, so if you would like to, so we usually use -l option only. Okay, so I'll use -l option to directly get the lines. So there are 10 lines. And some other commands. Yeah, sort. Okay, so what is sort command? So let's take output of /tmp password. Okay, so or something, let me create a sort, let me create a 5. So I have 10, 5, 6, 2, 8, 9, 4, 6, something like this. There is 6 double thing, yeah, and I'll just give 1. Okay, so I have okay, so something, a file in a unordered numbers. If I would like to sort it, I'll just go with sort. Okay, so I want to sort it as a number, I'll go with sort -n. There are a lot of options actually. If you would like to do a reverse sort, I'll go with -r. So always again, what is the thing, if you want to learn all the options, so space sort again. So you can see a hell lot of options. Okay, so you can just go and use them. Okay, so and also it can sort even the alphabets also. You can sort out even alphabets. Okay, so sometimes you usually require this. And in this particular file, okay, so let me add some duplicates. So let's say 1, and let's say something like I want to add 6 also. 6. Okay, so to duplicate things. And now if you give sort -n, so you can see 11 and 66. If your requirement is to get only the unique lines, so you just want to remove the duplicates. So what you want to get, what you want to use, you need to use unique command. So your requirement always may change. I'm not saying it will change, it may change, Now if your requirement is to print only the duplicates, what all the duplicates were there in this particular file, I'll get only the duplicates. Okay, so a lot of requirements, lot of situations, all the things requirement changes, you have to use a particular command which is going to fulfill your requirement, and you just go on with that particular command to use it. See, all the commands, whatever we are typing in the command line, so you can put it in the scripting, okay, and make a flow. So till now we have not touched the flow control commands, so that's the reason you may not understand the flow, but yes, still we use these commands only. Okay, so you go to etc. Okay, I'll tell you later in that particular part. Okay, so this is about row based filtering by using grep command. Okay, so it might be a little heavy for you, so we'll stop here.